Welcome to Subramani. When you meet people, you actually don't meet people across the spectrum so much as you meet people more and more like you. They are investors or doing things like that, and then you find their story is somewhat akin to what most of us have ourselves gone through, right? So it does not really matter what they do, but when you talk to them, you realize some of these trend, which is easy to notice. One, the impact that our family surroundings, parents, friends, relatives, and the storytelling which your parents do has on your life, right? It is a huge impact. For example, if your parents have constantly told you about failures of business in your immediate family, chances are you will be scarred by these experiences of others, and you will always be constantly scared to do something on your own. So the impact that parents have on children's financial habits is huge. Of course, we have it's, as a parent, it is very scary to think the kind of impact that you have. But if you have grown up, just imagine the kind of impact that your parents have had. It's very difficult to believe, but the truth is, the parents have had a lot of impact. One thing which I notice, and I speak to most, when I speak to my friends, I realize most of us have started in a haphazard way. To say that I knew that the power of compounding will work and all is wrong, because that we may have learned much later, maybe in our 40s. It's lovely if you have learned it in your 20s because you understand what it means. But we understood one thing, at least I understood one thing, and I find many people my age having understood one thing, that savings is a very important thing to do. So there was no doubt about that you save more, you will have more money at the end of life. I never thought about compounding. I always thought about saving and then investing. I never had money in fixed deposits, even when as a 21-year-old, when I had money, or at 61, I still don't believe I should have any debt. I have a lot of equity. My debt is mostly option that, I am not interested in investing in equity at this point in time, so I'll put it in debt. So something like that. But we all realized, most of the people I spoke to realized the importance of saving rather than the importance of investing. Investing happened later, but to invest you need money, and that comes from saving. So if you don't have savings, there is nothing that you can invest. So we realize the impact of parents, at least I realize today, impact of parents and the importance of saving. Complexity is unnecessary. We don't need to be very great researchers, etc. We don't need too much of complexity. So if somebody when you're 22 and you get a financial advisor and he talks about asset allocation and things like that, you first need to have assets to allocate. So if you don't really have assets to allocate, don't bother too much about those jargons. At least chart, pick up stocks, whatever. It does not matter if you're trailing the index, if you're ahead of the index 1 year, doesn't really matter, but just make a start. If you're not sure that you want to learn, you don't want to have fun investing, then there is always an index fund which is available. But when you learn and you control things on your own, then you have more fun. It's like you enjoy good food. It does not mean you should enjoy cooking, right? So the simple example is to enjoy a good omelette. You don't need how to lay an egg. So don't bother too much about understanding the process. If you're happy investing in an index fund, by all means do. That will give you a damn good return and you will make money, right? You will create wealth in some time. So maybe it will take a little longer. But the far more important thing is to understand your wiring, how it is been impacted by your parents. And if you're scared of, say, equity markets, then you have to come out of it. If a big amount of money, whatever is big for you, 5 crores could be big for somebody, 50 crores could be big for somebody. Whatever, if it does not give you confidence, go back and check what makes you feel so nervous about money. Why are you scared about money? Go and do that research, because it's all that is going to be useful while you're making your life as an investor. You don't need to be very successful as an investor. Just go start. Later on, all the theories of asset allocation and when to withdraw, how to withdraw, from where to withdraw, all that you can learn later. But at least go make a start investing. That's important. You need not be a great investor. Just go pick up stocks. If you don't want to do it, let me repeat, then you go do indexing. Whether you're good at it, whether you're successful, you will know about it much later, because you don't even know with what to measure, with what to compare. So don't bother, don't break your head too much about reading about alpha and beta and what should happen. Because if you're an investor in a private equity fund where you get results after 7-8 years, the quarterly numbers mean nothing, because nobody is giving you the price. They're just telling you, oh, we thought they will sell so much, we are selling so much, our margins are better here, margins are not better here, right? Those are all just feedback that you're getting. You don't know standard deviation, you don't know what returns you're expecting, nothing. But 8 years later, you may make money, may not make money. None of us who made some money, big money, small money, whatever, made money, can't just forget the role luck has played in our life. For example, in my 43 years of investing, not once did I have to sell my equity in distress. I was never hard pressed for money, saying, oh my God, I need money and the only asset I have is equity. And I am a very, very equity oriented person. But luckily for me, God did not give me any such emergency where I needed money, and which could have come only from my equity sale. And it's my luck that in the last 43 years I've never had to sell equity to buy to meet my day-to-day expenses or things like that, or even to buy a fridge or a TV or a house or things like that. I've never ever sold any share to buy anything other than a share. So the money kept getting plowed back, the dividends started getting plowed back, so money remained in the system, therefore it grew. That is the role of luck, saying, okay, God did not ask me to sell anything in a distress, right? We also have, for most of us, money has a meaning the way we use it. So when you buy yourself an expensive car or an expensive camera or an expensive watch, it is not just the car that you're buying, right? You're not buying a Benz or a Land Rover. It's not just a car, it is a meaning imputed to the car. It is a meaning imputed to your Cartier watch costing 6 lakhs, right, or 12 lakhs. It's something like a camera. You're not buying to show off, but a watch, I'm sure it is more a show off asset rather than a accurate timekeeping kind of an asset that your phone does. My phone does the job as good. So do I need a Garmin watch or do I need a Cartier watch? Answer is no. But money spent like that has a meaning, right? There's a meaning because of which we are spending that. So these are all learnings that you do. You realize that some people, at least I realize that some people with a lot of money are not very secure. I find a lot of people who with a lot of money who can't spend on themselves, but they very happily give it away to their wife, to their children, to their grandchildren, funding grandchildren's education. I'm seeing all that happening. So, but I am convinced that money success can be seen only in retrospect, and only after a person dies, leaving some money, you say he's lived a good life. Otherwise, the question is, you're still tense whether this money is going to last you enough for your life. Thank you.